Let's go while we're young.
You mind, sir, trying to tee off?
I bet you slice into the woods $100.
Gambling is illegal at Bushwood, sir, and I never slice.
Okay, you can owe me.
And welcome to Tea Time on ESPN Radio Northern Michigan, the show that focuses on golf here in the northern part of the state. Got a lot of special guests coming up for you today. We're going to have Nick Awney. He is the general manager of Black Lake Golf Course. We'll talk to him about their early season. Also, we're going to have Sean Basilla on. He's the golf pro at Harbor Point Golf Course. And we'll be talking to Scott Wilson. He's the golf pro at Bay Meadows. And we're also waiting for a phone call. We got a guy that is going around the country, him and his wife, and they're trying to golf 50 golf courses in 50 days. That includes Alaska and Hawaii, by the way. He's going to be in northern Michigan on the 25th of May, which I think is Thursday. He'll be at Forest Dunes. And we're going to catch up with him. Oh, he's on the line now, so let's go to it. The guy's name is Soren Jacobson. First of all, Soren, I got to ask, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Holding up pretty well for 28, 29 days into this thing.
Yeah, so for people who don't know, you are attempting to golf 50 rounds in 50 states in 50 days. And how far along are you in this journey?
Yeah, I start to lose track. We did our 28th or 29th. Yeah, we're 29 days in. We're in New Hampshire right now. And I'm doing this all. I turned 50 this year, so that's kind of a 50 and 50 and 50 and 50 thing. Yeah, moving around. Went down the west coast across the bottom, and now we're moving up the eastern seaboard, and we're going to head west across the top of the country.
How difficult is the logistics? Because obviously somebody's going to have to call ahead and make sure that they're ready for you, and then you got it. Once you're done with your round of golf, I mean, you got to get back in the car and go to the next location.
Yeah, that's what the last month has been, is get up, golf, get on the road, get to the next place, and get rested up for the next day. Doing laundry right now. We stop about once a week to do laundry, but other than that, it's pretty much golf and go. We spent probably a year and a half kind of putting it together, my wife and I. Actually, she did a lot of the logistics on it. She made a lot of the calls. I wrote a lot of emails. I've actually got about 3,500 emails into this trip over the year and a half, talking to golf clubs, different people.
Where did you come up with this idea?
I originally had the idea when I was in college, actually. So it's been kind of festering for a while. When I was in my 20s, my vision of what a 50-year-old was is a lot different than my vision of a 50-year-old now. So I didn't take it seriously then. But I'm still in pretty good shape. I play a lot of basketball. So about a year and a half ago, I talked to my wife about it. And she likes to road trip anyway, so she kind of got excited about the idea. She's a project planner by trade. So like I said, she took on a lot of the logistics to kind of make it happen from a nuts and bolts standpoint.
I've got here that you're going to be playing at Forest Dunes. Now, how do you go about choosing the courses that you're going to play at?
So the course choice was an interesting process, and Melanie and I worked together on that. I had a heavier hand in that than, say, the lodging as the golfer. But we looked at a lot of sort of best of lists. We looked at a lot of most interesting lists. We found several really nice courses. Forest Dunes, great course. And we've also played some courses that, are more, the municipal courses and that sort of thing. We try to get a good mix of country clubs and public courses and that sort of thing.
How's your game, by the way?
It's getting a little better. I'm actually starting to be able to do some things with the ball. I've always been kind of a just hit the ball straight, feel good about it kind of guy. But I've got a little bit of a draw that I can bring out now, and that's kind of fun to just work the ball a little bit. My handicap's probably down maybe 5 strokes. For the course of all of this, we'll see if it sticks. But
well, we're talking with Soren Jacobson. He's trying to golf 50 rounds in 50 states in 50 days. And you say you have a book coming out. Is there anything else involved with this?
Well, so we're writing. There's Fairways and Freeways, which is the book I'd intended to write from the start. We've sort of evolved into a second book. We've got a little mascot. It's a little squirrel head cover. We call him Mully, or Mullet for short for Mulligan. But we've decided to make a kid's book out of that, sort of a chasing your dream type of thing, kind of really encapsulating what I did, but having this little character have a dream and chase it. And we are also highlighting a charity everywhere we go. I thought about trying to raise money on my own for some sort of charity, but I just don't have a lot of recognition or anything like that. I didn't think I could raise a lot of money, but if I could shine a little light on a local charity each place we stop, that might be a nice way to generate some interest locally for charities and do some good while we're at it.
What has been the reception and the media coverage in this journey of yours?
So the reception outside of media has been great. And the media has been great too. I mean, people just, everywhere we go, we'll check into a hotel someplace and they're like, "Oh, are you traveling?" And we start telling the story and they're like, "Wow, that's amazing." And, the engagement from everybody we've talked to has been terrific. It's been really neat. It's been one of the best parts of the trip, actually. Media, we didn't get a lot of attention early, but it's been kind of not a steady stream, but a steady trickle, I guess, for the last couple of weeks. We've done some radio shows. We've done a couple newspapers. The Baltimore Sun ran a pretty nice piece on us last week. The media's been great too.
How bad does the weather have to be for you to cancel your round that day?
Lightning.
Okay.
The course has to tell me I can't play because it's 50 rounds in 50 days. So we have played in some really, really strong rain and winds. But we've got weather gear, and I don't mind getting wet, and neither does Melanie. So.
All right.
And we haven't had this yet, but if there's lightning or too much standing water, actually, I shouldn't say that. I take it back. This has happened once. We had Missouri rained out, and we've rescheduled that. We now have May 27th, a whale of a day. We play Cog Hill in Chicago. We drive down to Missouri to make up the Missouri day, and then we drive back up to Iowa to play the following morning in Iowa. We're actually driving through 3 states in that.
Where are you and your wife originally from?
Well, we've been in Boise. We're tenured there.
Okay.
I'm originally California. She's originally Wisconsin, but we've been in Idaho I've been there 30 years. I think she's been there 20. So.
All right. Well, listen, I'll let you get back to it. I want to ask you a couple of quick questions here, though. What, in your mind, has been the best part of your journey so far?
That's actually easy, and it's kind of surprising because I was looking forward to the golf, obviously, but we've just met some incredible people along the way. We'll finish a round of golf and we'll be getting ready to go. And of course, we've got to get on the road, so we're kind of rushed, but we'll start talking to somebody and then it's 2 hours later. We've just had this great conversation with somebody. So hands down, I mean, the people we've met across the country have just been fantastic. That's been a terrific part of the trip. And
what's the worst part?
Fatigue, I think.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Day in and day out, you're doing the same thing. And I don't even know, half the time I don't know what day of the week it is because I get up, I golf, I drive, I go to sleep, rinse, lather, repeat. It's the same thing. So there's no markers there to tell you what day it is. You're not dropping kids off at school. You're not, whatever it might be. And then you're just not getting a lot of sleep. So that's been the tricky part, I think.
All right. Well, listen, May 25th is when you have scheduled to play here in Michigan at Forest Dunes, right in our neck of the woods. Good luck on that. I hope you have good weather and good luck with the rest of this trip. It sounds like would be I know there's some logistic problems, but a dream come true for a lot of lifetime golfers. So good luck with it.
Well, thanks for having me. It's been great. And yeah, I think it's a great trip. There's more work than you might imagine, but it's overall, I wouldn't trade it. I mean, it's been terrific.
All right, thanks, Soren, and I'll let you get back to your laundry. I know that's probably a big thing in this cross-country trip. All right, man, thanks a lot. I appreciate you being with us.
Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Soren Jacobson. By the way, you can follow him and his wife, Melanie, on Facebook. It's called Fairways and Freeways. It's pretty cool. He kind of chronicles every course that he's been on, and, of course, he's going to be at Forest Dunes next week, so that'll be interesting. He actually is going to golf in Hawaii and Alaska. I think Hawaii is his last course that he's going to be on, but cool stuff. All right, we need to take a break. When we come back, we will be talking with Nick Awney. He is the general manager of Black Lake Golf Course in Onaway. That is coming up next. You're listening to ESPN Radio, Northern Michigan.